Hello everyone, you're at the latest market news on April the 7th, 2021. Amazon CEO expresses support for U.S. tax raises. Jeff Bezos, chief executive of the largest U.S. retailer, said on Tuesday that Amazon.com Inc. endorses raising the U.S. corporate tax rate as part of an infrastructure overhaul after facing criticism from the government and social media. The head of Amazon said they support the Biden administration's focus on bold investment in U.S. infrastructure, but that investment would require concessions from all sides. America's largest online retailer has been widely criticized in recent years for paying little or no U.S. federal income tax. Biden's plan proposes raising the corporate tax rate to 28% from 21% and would revise the tax code to close loopholes that allow companies to move profits overseas. Last week, he said Amazon was one of 91 Fortune 500 companies using these loopholes to pay no income tax at all, unlike middle-class families who pay more than 20%. Samsung predicts profits in line with expectations. Samsung Electronics Co Ltd on Wednesday said first quarter profit was likely to rise 44%, with analysts attributing a surge in smartphone and TV sales, though tempered by a drop in chip revenue after the storm halted U.S. output. The South Korean tech giant's January-March operating profit forecast was 9.3 trillion won, $8.32 billion, in line with the weighted average forecast by analyst Refinitiv. Analysts say Samsung's mobile division is likely to see operating profit rise by more than 1 trillion won to 4.15 trillion won after its flagship Galaxy S21 smartphone series outperformed the previous version by a margin of 2-1 in the 6 weeks since launch in January, according to Counterpoint Research. Samsung's share price fell 0.2% after the release, compared with an increase of 0.2% on the KOSPI benchmark. Stocks rallied to a 3-week high on upcoming reports. Asian shares rose to 3-week highs on Wednesday as investors looked to the upcoming earnings season for further signs of a global economic recovery. MSCI Asia-Pacific's broadest index outside Japan rose 0.3% for the second straight day, while Japan's Nikkei edged higher. Chinese stocks, however, were weaker, with the blue-chip CSI 300 index down 1% after last week's rally. On Tuesday, the three main Wall Street indices closed lower the day after reaching record levels on the jobs report. The Dow fell 0.3%, the S&P 500 lost 0.10%, and the Nasdaq weakened 0.05%. Investors also weighed in on the latest U.S. job openings report, which showed that vacancies rose to a 2-year high in February, with the upcoming earnings season expected to show S&P profits up 24.2% year-on-year, according to Refinitiv. Investors will be watching to see if corporate results confirm recent positive economic data. G20 officials to talk about coronavirus situation. Financial officials from the group of 20 major economies are ready to back a $650 billion increase in IMF emergency reserves on Wednesday and an extension of the moratorium on debt payments as part of effort to help developing countries still struggling with the COVID-19 pandemic. The IMF on Tuesday raised its global growth forecast for 2021 to 6%, reflecting the rapidly improving prospects for the U.S., but warned that emerging market economies are lagging behind. It said the pandemic threatened to reverse years of progress in reducing poverty. The G20 meeting, which takes place almost on the margins of the spring meetings of the International Monetary Fund and World Bank, will also give U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen a chance to push for a global minimum corporate tax.